Yes. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Sportanic once again. So this is episode 9 of the IPL Zone. So today we've got in Sanjay, who's a RCB fan. Unfortunately, RCB won the match, lost the match today, and DC somehow managed to beat RCB today. But today we're going to discuss about Delhi Capitals versus Royal Challengers Bangalore and Mumbai Indians versus Chennai Super Kings. Their Classico today that happens. So we've got alongside Sanjay. How are you doing? I know RCB lost, but anyways, I think now the points table has got much interesting since Delhi Capitals won. I think from position 4th to 10th, it's really tight out there because SRH with 6 points and RR with 10 points. There is just 2 wins of a difference right now, and anything could happen. But yeah, your thoughts, especially, I mean, even though RCB lost today, your feelings today, especially on how RCB played?
Yeah, thanks, Pawan, for this opportunity. I'm doing good. And yes, to talk about today's match, yes, on the evening match, where I tell is like, yes, RCB, we had posted a good target. Like 181 is not so bad. So somehow we managed and we had new talent stepping up. Mahipal Lomro proved his worth what he is able to do. And yes, our bowlers, we were not capable to restrict Delhi batsmen, whereas Salt was going on from the ball one. We saw he took on Siraj. The second over went for 24 runs. Then Harshal gave away 25 run over. Here and there, Salt played a proper cricketing shots. I think Salt is actually appreciated because striking at 190, 195 is not a joke. And yes,
Mm,
mm, that one over of Harshal Patel changed the match for you because that got you 25 runs. So it was a good
yes.
cricket game. From because of DC, I think now the tournament is more interesting. There are a
Mm,
lot more things competing against each other for the fourth spot. And
agreed.
as you told, the net run rate now comes into the picture. RR with a positive net run rate, and the remaining rest four teams are with the negative. So and yes,
Yes.
talking about the afternoon match, LSG, I mean Mumbai
MI
Indians
versus
versus
CSK.
Mumbai Indians
Chennai
versus
Super.
CSK. Anyway, CSK had beaten MI at Wankhede, their home ground. I thought somewhere around MI might have a chip on Mumbai, but yes,
Mm,
I don't know what's wrong. The opening combo again changed. Rohit slipped him himself down the order. Then Dhoni
yes.
came with a mastermind strategy. He removed Rohit for a duck. So I think it was
Yep.
139 for 8, and considering Chennai's batsman, it was a pure Chennai's game. Though I don't
Yeah.
know, like Devon Conway, he controlled the innings. They took it almost to the last 17.4. They chased down. It was a good
Mm,
game. So Chennai and GT have sealed their spots. So now the game is
agreed.
between third spot to seventh spot.
Yes, I agree. But coming back to RCB versus DC match, the way that Virat Kohli played today, I think he played 50. I mean, the number of balls that he wasted. I mean, if he could have got on, because the way that Mahipal Lomro was playing today, RCB could have got 200 plus if Mahipal Lomro came much earlier. So your thoughts, especially, I mean, the way that Kohli could have accelerated in the middle overs. This is the issue that Kohli's been having for some time, is that once he gets settled, he's not accelerating when it was needed. I mean, credit also should go to the DC bowlers with how they were bowling towards the death. But your thoughts, the way that the top three, I mean, especially Virat Kohli was going, especially because his wicket was there. I mean, Faf got out, was the first wicket, and then Maxwell got out. I think those two wickets by Middlemarsh, but Kohli could have done a bit better, I would feel, in the middle overs.
Yes, with proper support of Lumber, I thought the same. Kohli could have fired in the middle over a bit, like a 2-3 balls or four or a six. I don't know why he was anchoring, and I think this season is a bit unlucky for him. Like he's unable to score above 50. When you check his scorecards, there is only one match I think where you can find somewhere 62 or 69. Otherwise, he's unable to score above 50. I think that is where it is being a barricade for him. He's scoring 50, 55, 54, 59, then getting out. He's unable to move on from it, and yes, that means even the one which you told, he's taking more balls to settle. The starting, he strikes at 180, 190, 12 ball 28, and a 14 ball 30. Then slowly comes back to a 31 ball 50, and then for today it was a 40 ball 50 or 41 ball 50. I think he could have accelerated in the middle. I don't know why he held himself back. I think because it was Warner bringing in the right bowlers at the right time. He brought in Kuldeep to tackle Virat, but he outplayed Kuldeep. But I think those big knocks weren't there. He was just rotating the strike for Mahipal Lomuro. I think if Virat's little bit on Maxwell's wicket was a turning point, I expected at least some Maxwell to score some 20, 30 runs because we can't. I don't expect him to score 50, 60 because we know what kind of a player Maxwell is. He comes, he gives his he gives his best in the first 4 or 5 balls he plays, and then he departs. So that was a turning point, and yes, DK again not matching the expectations. That one shot of the apart from that one shot, I think even again today was about to get run out if Mukesh Kumar had hit the stumps directly. So I don't see, but still sad to tell. Every match we see only 2 or 3 of the batsmen stepping up for RCB, whether it is Kohli, Faf, or Maxwell. Today, instead of Maxwell, it was Lomror. So if it comes as a collective team performance in the batting, I think we'll be able to cross the par score. So that is where we lack today. But in a
Mm.
pitch like Delhi, considering DC's form from the previous match, they're coming and
Yeah.
Mitchell Marsh, considering Mitchell Marsh all-round performance. So I
Yes.
think we should have posted somewhere around 190, 200. But the way you won the match with 4 overs left, I think even that wasn't enough. So we should have
Mm.
posted somewhere around 220, 225. So then it would have been good. So,
Yeah.
but anyways, a good game.
Mm. Agree. Swapnanil here says, "What are the chances of qualifying DC right now? I think they won 2 out of 2 games, but I think they must win their remaining games, obviously, to go to 16 points. But because we know the points table, 16 points is where I think the teams. I don't think even 16 points might be safe with how the other teams also are playing." Sanjay, so your thoughts? Because I mean, last season also RCB qualified with 16 points. Had if DC won against MI, it could have come into net run rate and that could have come into play. So I'm not sure whether even 16 points are safe right now for all 10 teams. But your thoughts? Because I think teams are losing right now between 4 to 10. So it's very interesting to see what's going to happen next with this points table right now in the IPL.
I think from tomorrow onwards, only the game. From the tomorrow evening game onwards, the real IPL starts. This week is called a rivalry week. We have been seeing in the Star Sport also. They keep on mentioning it's a rivalry week. We see a lot of champions team facing each other. For example, tomorrow it is Hyderabad versus Rajasthan.
Well,
Then we have LSG versus Gujarat Titans, Chennai versus Gujarat Titans, Mumbai versus RCB. I think the next week every game is crucial. So, for example, when you take from RCB perspective, when you take ninth, we are playing Mumbai on ninth. It is crucial for both of us. So see, we both are at the 10 points, 5-5. Even MI, it's a crucial game even for RCB. But as you told, I think this year the fourth place will be the fight for 14 points. I think it's not 16 or something. It's very tough this time. I think
mm,
Chennai and Gujarat have sealed their spots. I think third place also might be in a trouble. But considering
yes.
Lucknow's net run rate, I don't think so. Lucknow is giving away the third spot. So let us
Mm,
switch Lucknow to 3 also. So
yeah.
number 4 to number 6 or number 7 in case we can check it is 14 points for the playoff. I think this is happening, I think, after a long gap. The
Yes.
fourth place is sitting for 14th points.
Mm. Yes. Yes, we have our previous guest Varun also saying stuff. Yes, right now I think SRH is also last right now. I think you should also think about your team performance as well, Varun. But yeah, anyways, but yes, anyway, anyways, coming back to topic, I mean, especially talking about RCB versus DC. Let's talk about the DC point of view because the way that the bowlers, because we didn't have Henrik Noike today, and that was a bit of a blow, I think, with how Henrik Noike has been performing for DC in the past. But the way that Rosso also performed well, I know Phil Saul's innings was highlighted a lot, but Rosso, the way that he ended, Warner getting back to his, I mean, his best, especially striking at 160, 170, even though he got out quite early, he's also getting back to his best. And then I think even Marsh contributed with both the bat and ball. Your thoughts about DC suddenly getting that momentum at the right time, I feel, especially after that Gujarat Titans win? Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, but openly I'll tell. When the match started, Pawan, don't feel bad. I openly I tell. I was like, what the hell, bro? Why is DC starting with 4 foreign batsmen? Why is there a no bowler? Why is there no bowler or a no this thing? And I
Mm,
think DC just proved me wrong because all the 4 batsmen just look at the strike rates, man. It's like wow, 157, 193, 152, and 150. You're all 4 batsmen stood up and really also finished the innings for you. whereas Phil Salt almost set the stage. He set the
Mm.
stage. By the time the award goes to his hand, he was like, "Sorry, I'll not collect. I'll let Riley also collect the award," and he walks away. And Warner gave a good start in the power play. I think the power play was the time where you guys had the match, scoring
Yeah.
70 in 60 overs and building up DC's highest partnership in the power
Mm.
play. I think that was a turning point. See, once you score 6 over 70, there is no stopping back. So you'll have the
Yeah.
right momentum and you'll have the batsman adjusted to the conditions. And I
Yes.
think by the 6 overs, they played spin, they played pace, they played medium pace. So Salt and Warner they had what to do in the mind. But one cheeky shot from Warner, it costed his wicket.
Mm.
Then Salt was like, "Okay, bro, you go. I'll take on the innings," and he started playing the game.
Yeah.
I don't think the DC just sorted their bowling lineup with the Indian bowlers. They did very good. Beat Ishan
Mm.
Sharma brought the experience in the first over he bowled. Mukesh
Yeah.
Kumar did good. He picked up the wicket of Virat Kohli. Virat might have changed the innings if he had stayed
Yeah.
going for two or three aggressive shots. So Mukesh
Agree.
Kumar got a one wicket, and thanks to Mitchell Marsh who brought the major breakdown by
Mm.
taking Faf du Plessis and Glenn Maxwell's wicket. So those
Agree.
three are bringing. See, the one more thing I would like to tell about Warner. The hats off for him for choosing Mitchell Marsh. He gave exactly 3 overs. Instead,
Yes.
if he had given the fourth over for Mitchell Marsh, I think Lomrar was going big in that over because
Uh,
Mitchell Marsh is a medium pace bowler. So that is
yes.
where proper captaincy it was used by Warner.
David.
So
Mm.
I
I
think
agree.
first innings it was a equal 60-60, 40 or 50-50, and whereas second innings Delhi stole it from us. It was
Mm.
totally Delhi's game. I don't see RCB having a share in that. Though Karan Sharma
Yes.
got his wicket, and that one crucial catch drop of Phil Salt, I think that would have
Feel
changed
sorry.
some momentum for us. So nevertheless, hope on and
Mm.
we march on to the next game.
Swapnanil here says your thoughts about playing Roman instead of Riley. Right now, I don't know if we can even fit in Noike with the way that the four overseas players are performing right now. It will be very difficult to see where do we fit in Noike when he comes back from his emergency. I think probably Riley might have to drop for Noike. But Sanjay, how do you see this happening? Especially now the four overseas now is also a big headache for Delhi Capitals right now.
See, I based on today's performance, I would suggest DC to go with the same team what they played today and give one more chance for the bowlers what Warner used today. In case it works out, in case Mukesh Kumar finds his pace back again in the like what a economical spell he had in the previous in the previous matches, if he's able to pull that back, not only I don't see DC, we have seen teams like Mumbai Indians, Chennai every time they go with almost all four foreigners. When Pollard was there, even Mumbai had dropped a foreign bowler. They used a pure Indian bowling attack. They went for foreign batsmen in the last year. So I think
Yes.
if DC can do that, let Nokia sit out because if Indian bowlers is achieving the feat, I think your batsman has to have the taste of it because top
Agree.
four looks very set. I think if this continues, even if the target is of 200, I think your batsmen will chase it. Considering
Yes.
Phil Salt from since his arrival in the team, Phil Salt he's been performing exceptional. Just check out his average. It's
Agree.
awesome. Like
Yes.
debutant to have an average of 50 plus or 60 plus in Indian ground, striking at
Mm.
167, 170, 170. I think
I
it's a good start for him in IPL.
Yes, I agree. Let's talk a bit of RCB as well. Spinner. Let's talk about the spin attack because I mean, you guys went for Shabazz. Shabazz didn't actually perform well when expected. Now you've gone with Hasaranga and Karan Sharma. Hasaranga has been doing well, but he's not been taking the wickets. He has been economical at times, but he's not taking those wickets when needed. And RCB aren't also winning matches. We saw last season how good Hasaranga was, being the second highest wicket take. I think coming back after those four matches, I think playing for Sri Lanka as well, we cannot expect a lot from Hasaranga. I think Karan Sharma has done really well. I mean, for the justice that he's been brought into the team, I think he has stepped up. Your thoughts about the spin attack of RCB this season?
See, but yes, as you mentioned, last year it was Asaranga, so we forgot Chahal. Like Asaranga just proved himself how we all were like, why Hasar? Actually, to be frank, I was like, why Hasaranga spending so much 11 crores on Asaranga? Then, like after seeing last year, he was like almost one shot for the purple cap. Like the wicket of Pandya, if Chahal wouldn't have got that, I think it was Hasaranga based on the economy. And this year, I am not blaming Hasaranga because see, when you see from one angle, he's back from a heavy duty. He had his
Yeah.
national duty. Then he comes back, and you can't expect him. He played in New Zealand. Then you can't go. He's coming back. No, no. We have to expect Hasaranga to come and play in India. So we can't give him that pressure because if we should also have we should also see he had his marriage. Then he had the national duty. Then he had to come back to the IPL. And moreover,
Mm.
this is in India this time. He
Yeah.
has to get set for Bangalore conditions. You know how Bangalore
Agree.
pitch is.
Agree.
It was only the magic of Chahal who was able to find the line and length in Bangalore. But
Mm.
nevertheless, Asaranga took time, but he found the matches. I saw his stats, including today. It is 6 matches. He took 7 wickets at economy of
Mm.
8.4. I think it is not a bad start in India.
Yeah.
Considering
Mm.
we have seen Asaranga performing in India, but when it comes to IPL,
Yeah.
it's different because you play against different league, different country players. For example, Phil Salt went on Hasaranga also. Warner, you saw the Warner, the
Mm.
moment the first over, the first ball, Warner just took it for a six. It was a clean shot. So yes, I'm not complaining about Hasaranga because this season it's like it's an experiment for him.
Yeah.
He's
Yes.
just reading the conditions, so we can expect him to perform from the next season onwards. Let him get the conditions, like how the conditions are. This is the first time he's traveling from home, then away, then back, again back to home, then again traveling to Delhi or something. And
Agree.
apart from that, when you compare to all other teams, CSK, DC, Kolkata, RCB has a weak spin attack. Like Karan Sharma, he has experience, but you can't tell he's like a perfect spinner like a Ravindra Jadeja or like a Varun Chakravarti. So
Mm.
what we are doing is when you check, the majority of the wickets has been taken by pacers.
Yeah.
Somewhere 15 or 16 out by Siraj,
Siraj. Yes.
12
Mm.
by Harshal Patel, or now 4 or 5 by Josh Hazlewood. So it's been
Mm.
like that. I think Karan Sharma has been doing good. He has to just work on the amount of runs he's leaking in the over. If he's able to control that, I think as far as this season, we can settle the spin attack. From the next season, I think Hasaranga is back. I am
Mm.
backing Hasaranga still because I can't let him go because he was our key in the last match, last season. I don't let him go.
Yes, agree. About also talk about the middle order. Right now, you guys brought in Kedar Jadhav this week. Unfortunately, there was injury concern. I mean, you guys have been having so much injury concerns this season with the amount of players that we've been going out with. David Willey, Reece Topley, I've named a few also. So, your thoughts is, were you convinced with Kedar Jadhav coming in for this RCB team, because I know he's carrying a bit of experience. I think he's only playing a few domestic matches as well, but are you convinced, especially him replacing overseas player, and they brought in an Indian player like him? He was played today, but unfortunately he couldn't showcase his talents. I mean, he couldn't get a chance to bat. But are you convinced with going with such a player like Kedar Jadhav with an experience with how, I mean, with CSK also he performed well and RCB, but during the latter periods he quite didn't come up to mark, and now he's also playing less cricket, and also he's doing commentary. From doing commentary also, I think he came to play for RCB. So your thoughts on that?
See, actually, don't laugh. When I was at office, when I just opened Instagram during lunch break, and I was like, Kedar Jadhav on board, welcome Kedar Jadhav to RCB. I was like, oh, some coaching staff or something. Let it be, chuck it anyways.
Mm.
I don't see about the coaching staff at all. Let it go on. The next day,
Yes.
I see on TV like Kedar Jadhav is in RCB. So what for what joy? I was like, then I dug the news. Then it was like David Willey's injury. He had to fly back to home for the scans or something. So and yes, as you told, Kedar Jadhav had a pause of cricket like 6 7 months. The Ranji was in the last 2022. He played good. He showed his talents good. But I think
Yeah.
someone like Kedar Jadhav brings in good experience. But we have seen Kedar play for RCB in the
Yeah.
past, and
Yes.
in the middle he played for CSK, and there and here and there, not to completely fully here and there, he was going up and down. So when you think from RCB's perspective, so after DK there is no batsmen, so you can get in Kedar Jadhav after, if it's 16 overs left, after 16, if there is 4 overs left, he has a room for going for some 20 quick 20 30 runs and then getting out some contributions. Like I
Yes.
can't tell I'm happy and I am sad. It's okay. It is balanced as of conditions now. Yes, and as you mentioned about injuries, RCB fan cries for injuries because we lost Will Jacks, we lost Rajat Patidar, a pure middle order batsman. We lost Reece Topley, who just bowled 1 over and is injured for the rest of the season. And
Yes.
then we had concerns with Josh Hazlewood in the start, so we had to play Wayne Parnell. So that this has been more of a new experiment for us. We tried White Shark, and when you check at RCB's number three, apart from this match, we have been trying every match. We have been trying a new guy. Lumroor, we bought in Anuj, we bought in Shabazz, we gave him 2 3 chances. So once you have a good and neat balanced squad, now with Kedar coming in, I think that that problem has been sorted in the playing 11. But instead
Mm.
of Suyesh, then again it's a doubt. Though Suyesh didn't perform 2 3 matches, I think still Suyesh Prabhudesai has upper hand. The shots, the kind of shots he plays.
Yes.
So it's okay. I think against MI, Kedar might get a chance to play at number three or something. Looking at the conditions or the wickets they pick against us.
Yes. Let's take this comment from Barun here. He has said, Sanjay, what is RCB missing that they can improve on as a side?
Yes, I think the momentum of middle overs at the when we are bowling, the momentum where we have in the middle over the power play we control. Apart from today's match in DC, I think RCB has leaked 70 runs for the first time. We used to restrict a team for 35, 40 in the power play, and we used to pick a minimum of 1 wicket or a two. Today
Mm.
it's the first time like we leak more runs, so we have to concentrate on middle overs, the pacers and the Harshal Patel thing. Yes, whether we have to Harshal has to maintain the line and length, not just give a full toss delivery or into the slot where a batsman can connect easily, and our
Mm.
spinners has to step up. Just you can't expect Hasaranga to perform. You bought him for more money. You can't just how many overs he has to bowl, man? He has only 4 overs. He can give it only 4 overs. You can't just give him 9, 13, 15, 16. You can't expect Hasaranga. You have to have a joint spinner who supports him at the same time in the same pace. So there is someone like Karan Sharma. As I told, he has to stop leaking runs. He has to control the per over run rate. And I think even in the batting, we have to accelerate in the middle over. Accelerating in the
Okay.
power play and the depth doesn't bring us. You score 70 in the depth, 70 in the power play brings up 140. Whatever you
Yes.
score in the middle phase, that is where your target comes in. So you score only
Okay.
40, 50 runs, 180, and you expect other teams, okay, they won't chase 180, and you expect other teams to lose against you, then it is silly task. So you have to
Mm.
score an equal amount, and the major part should come from the middle overs because that is where the spinners and the medium pacers comes into play, the all-rounders. You have to take on
Mm.
them. At the power play and the
Yes.
death, it will be experimenting for you because they bring in the star bowlers. Like
Yeah.
Delhi, they bought in Ishant Sharma, or be it like Chennai bought in Matish Patirana. So they bring in the star bowlers. You can't score against them. So you have to score them good amount of runs. So that
Mm.
middle over thing in the terms of bowling and in the terms of batting, that is where we are missing a bit.
Agree. Varun also here says, do you think this aggression being shown by the side is respectable? I think mainly, I think he's probably referring to Virat Kohli, the way that fight went with Gambhir. I think we discussed this in the last episode also, the way that
No, no,
Virat
no. Yeah,
Kohli was
that I think
showing his aggression.
this
Yeah.
year I think the aggression is on like it's totally on the next level. Against DC, the original aggression started in Bangalore. So I don't want to mention what was the situation. I think you
Yeah.
know, we know.
Yes.
So like all the fans who is hearing to me, they knows. So we started with DC, then LSG. Gambhir carried it back. Gambhir showed it back to us in Bangalore. Then we had to
Yeah.
give it back to again, and then we had to give it back. Siraj and Naveen, small controversy started into a huge fight where
Mm.
two great legends had to involve. We know what Gambhir is capable of and what Gambhir was, and we know what Virat Kohli is and Virat Kohli will be. So that too, it led a conflict and it led to a misunderstanding between those two. And today, I think today it was like as being a RCB fan, I think it is today it's Siraj fault. Like he was totally pissed, man. I understand. See, being a star bowler, even if you are Bhuvneshwar Kumar or even if you are Andrich Nokia or even if you are Mitchell Stark, getting hit for 6 4 6, and that small bounce and that difference of wide, if you see umpire giving a wide and the batsman asking is it wide or not, that triggers you. But that doesn't
Yes.
mean like that you go on stand to the player like what is happening, man? Why are you telling me this? So that was
Yeah.
not acceptable. Hope that didn't turn into a controversy. And at the end, we saw the sportsmanship between Ganguly and Kohli,
Okay.
Salt
Yes.
and Siraj. So all four were like it wasn't like a LSG match. It was a true sportsmanship match. Leave over the
Yeah.
celebrations in the Delhi's dugout. That
Mm.
is bound to happen because we beat you in our home ground. You beat us in your
Yes.
home ground. So the
Yes.
Hissa is
Agree.
barabar. What we tell now,
Mm.
the account is equal, 1 and 1.
Yeah.
Apart from that, I think sportsmanship was upheld in this game because
Yes.
I didn't see Phil Salt involving in an agreement, though Ganguly and Kohli fighting. So it was a good game to watch. That is why I kept mentioning a good game. So it's like
But if
a
RCB
nice.
won, it could have been the opposite, though. We don't know what Kohli would have done to Ganguly if
I agree to
RCB.
this. See, Siraj and Salt would be left aside. Go, go, go! You are all small fight. Now the real
Yes,
boss comes in. Kohli is walking in. If RCB wins, it was a total scenario. Then again, it
agree.
would have turned into a controversy, maybe as you told.
Agree. But coming back to MI versus CSK right now, that was also the El Clasico. We heard a comment from Ravi Shastri also saying that Rohit, I mean, even I think from Chris Srinath today, that Rohit Sharma should take a break. He should focus on the WTC final, not captain Mumbai Indians, and just should focus on the WTC final and ODI World Cup. Do you agree with their statements with what they're saying right now about Rohit Sharma? Because I know he's continuously failing right now. I mean, MI, even though they're winning, Rohit Sharma hasn't been stepping up as a batsman. Now, today was brought in at number three, he got out for a duck. He's not being in the form that he's used to be. In the last two IPLs, he hasn't fired. I don't know when was the last. I mean, he scored a 50 against DC this season, but apart from that, he hasn't like really performed. So, your thoughts about Rohit Sharma? Because this is a concern right now. Because I mean, the main focus is the WTC final for Indian fans, and especially Rohit Sharma is going to lead this team. So, your thoughts whether Rohit Sharma should take a break from IPL with the way that MI perhaps give it to Surya Kumar Yadav the captaincy?
See, yes, if I tell him Rohit has to take a break, now my WhatsApp DMs will be full. The whoever is telling like, what talk about Virat Kohli? What is he playing? He's a stat padder. Then the people will start. When you think from Indian perspective, and yes, when you think from MI's perspective also, MI is winning matches, but Rohit isn't the major contributor. Even he has not even he hasn't contributed 10% or 5% in that. When you see in terms of captaincy, I would agree. He's giving a right bowlers at the right time, but that
Hmm.
momentum will be lost. Yes, I know. If Rohit is giving up his captaincy to Surya for this season, and if he's taking a break, and that shuffling happens in the bowling. But considering national calls and considering World Test Championship and who we are up against, it is Australia. So I think Rohit should take a break because he's a key opener, not only a skipper in the WTC. He's the one
Yeah.
who should open the innings for us. He and Shubman Gill. So considering him as an opener and a skipper, I think he should take a break so at least he can stay in a calm mindset. So for the test, that is what is needed. Staying in your
Hmm.
calm mindset and giving your best at the times in the field and even at the bowling, choosing your right upfront bowlers, be it Shami or be it Siraj, Jadeja or Ashwin. I think he has to take a break. It's not like I'm criticizing Rohit Sharma. If
Yeah.
considering my national trials, I'm telling that yes, he has to take a break. Though
Hmm.
people might tell Kohli is also playing, so let him take a break. It's not necessary because if Kohli goes out of RCB, there is no one for us to play. We have seen our top three only performing. For Emma, it's like he isn't stepping up much. I am not telling
Hmm.
he's bad or what. He has won trophies. He has five trophies. I'm not telling you like he has not. But let him take a break for this season. He has won five matches for MI with his captaincy. From now on,
Agree.
at least like new player like beat Surya Kumar Yadav, carry him and let Rohit Sharma take a break for like 5 6 days of break and then he can travel to England or something and
Hmm.
he can be set for India.
Yes, Varun here says Rohit has had a bigger break than a freelancer online at the moment. He needs game time. Yeah, but I think right now, I think with the format changes happening, I think even Team India, I think, are focusing on like the teams who are getting eliminated to send them immediately to England and let them focus on Test cricket because it's like two different formats also. And then Rohit is also the skipper. He needs to also perform in the WTC final, so needs to adjust the conditions as well. So I think that will be also interesting. We have a comment from Movie Lounder here. Thoughts on low strike rate, Mr. Sanjay, as a Kohli fan, don't you think it's getting effective to the total of RCB?
Yes, I think Rhythm wasn't there when I spoke about that. Yes, he's been scoring at low strike rate. When you see his batting, it will be a 12 ball 30 or a 18 ball 35. Then slowly it starts slowing down. A 31
Hmm.
ball 50 or a 42 ball 55. Yes, it's a low strike rate. It's not being see when you consider it's not someone tells like it's a stat pad or something. When
Hmm.
you just see our squad, I'm not criticizing my team. Apart from
Yeah.
Faf, Maxwell, and Kohli, there is no one in form. I eliminate
Yes.
Lomro from today's performance. I'm talking about the previous matches. There is no one in form. So
Okay.
even if he gets out, there is no one to play. So that is the reason I might think he's playing so slow, anchoring the innings. So in case
Okay.
he can anchor at the death if he stays. If he is not, if he doesn't play now and if he doesn't play at the death, team will fall into trouble. I think that's the
Mm.
reason he's maintaining low strike rate. I'm being a neutral and I'm telling I'm not being a Kohli fan. If I was a Kohli fan, I would tell no, bro. He's not in the low strike rate. He's just
Yes.
king. He's scoring runs. Runs is what I want. No, I'm not
Mm.
telling. He's playing
Mm.
for the team. There is no one to score after him. No one is in form. DK isn't not in form. And number three is a concern for us. Maxwell
Yeah.
comes in. He plays 10-15 balls. He scores quick sixes, quick fours, 30-40 runs and gets out. There is no one
Yes.
to stand till the end. I think that is the reason he's playing at a low strike rate.
Yes. And talk about CSK as well. I mean, the way that Matisha Patiran has been performing has been brilliant. I think MS Dhoni today also we saw the comment. He said that Matisha shouldn't play that much red ball cricket. He should play a bit of ODI cricket and should play more ICC tournaments for Sri Lanka. So that shows how much confidence MS Dhoni has on Matisha and the way that he's been performing right now. That Yorker to get out Nehal Badera, especially with the way that he was performing 64 runs and he was very settled and that Yokel. And your thoughts, especially death bowling. I mean, Tushar Deshpande, the highest wicket taker right now in the IPL, 19
See,
wickets. I know his economy. Yeah,
I was joking around with Tushar Deshpande. I'm open to it. I was joking around with Tushar Deshpande. Like, so why he is on purple cap list? He should be on orange cap list. He's leaking runs like anyone else. He's leaking more runs like Harshal. But when you consider from the last two matches, how Dhoni has improved him. Dhoni, see, that is what they tell. If you play under Dhoni, there you'll find a lot of improvements. So see Tushar Deshpande today, 4 overs, 26 runs, 2 wickets, under six economy. I think he's been improving a lot. So he's been in the competition with someone with the experts like Mohammad Shami, Siraj, Ishan Sharma, Rashid Khan,
yes,
who are the top of the game. With them, he's competing for the purple cap. Like,
yes,
and Patirana, I don't need to speak about Patirana because at the death he's absolutely awesome. When you check the number of wickets taken at the death, Patirana comes at the top. 10 wickets he has taken at the death out of the number of wickets. Harshal
yes.
out of 12 wickets he has taken 9 at the death. And when
Mm,
you check about the economy, Patirana has given 6 runs per over at the death. Harshal has
mm,
given 11 runs. He is second. Then Tushar has given 12 runs per over. So
yes,
see, at the death, crucial time where people take on every bowler they find, be it Shami, be it Rashid Khan, everyone. At that time, someone like some youngster, a 20-year-old youngster like Matish Patirana, troubling star players, controlling the innings, having control at his end as a bowler, that is very good. See, I think we are seeing a Malinga in him. Malinga used to do that for MI
yeah,
whenever he was needed in the death, he used to give a proper spell for them. And today I saw
yes,
it in Matish Patirana, 4 overs and 3 for 19, taking 2 wickets in the same over. I think he is on the next level, a future
mm,
star in Sri Lanka for making. I think your bowling attack will be
yes,
like amazing
yes.
with Hasaranga, Matish Patirana, Tikshana. Your
Mm,
T20 team is set, bro. Your T20
agree.
team is set.
Also, let's talk about the batting of CSK also because Gaikwad Conway has been brilliant this season. I mean, especially Conway, CSK aren't even playing Ben Stokes. I mean, they paid 17 crores for him. He's in the bench. I don't know what he's doing there right now. I mean, whether he's fit or not. Conway has been firing this season. The way that Dubey has been batting also has been great to see. Dhoni batting above Jadeja. We've seen vintage Dhoni coming back also. I mean, Dhoni now is coming above Jadeja, and perhaps I don't know if this could be even the last season for Dhoni with the way that Dhoni is playing right now this season. So your thoughts about that top six for CSK right now because that looks really good, especially either Gaikwad steps up in one match, either Conway has been consistent in 3 to 4 matches. So your thoughts on the CSK batting order because not mentioned much, but the way that they've also been contributing has been brilliant.
See, I won't tell Gaikwad is waste. If Gaikwad was not worth, Dhoni was not backing him. He is just performed the starting 2 3 matches and is unable to keep it up. Today he scored it a quick fire and then he's gone. See, Rhythm for explaining to Rhythm comment, I got one more innings. Devon Conway, look at Devon Conway innings. 40 ball 44, 41 balls 45 it is. See, that is where a
Yeah.
control of the innings will come. If he
Mm,
Ambati Rayudu came in, he got out. Shubham Dubey came in, he got out. So even though he know Dhoni is there, Jadeja is there, but he knows that pressure will fall on them also. So
yeah.
he tried to take off the pressure from them. See, 42 ball, 44 runs. He tried to take off the pressure from them. People just see it is like four fours and what the amount of time spent at the crease, and you have to see the amount of control he had in the innings. So that is
Yeah,
where Conway played his role today. So that was easy
agreed.
for Shivam Dube and Dhoni to finish the things on. He had the proper control, and see Dube's strike rate is 144. He played 18 balls, and Dhoni just
Yes.
didn't do anything. Like he was like, no, Dube is finishing it. Let him do it.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
that is what.
but and Rahani's inclusion also has been brilliant. I think he's having the highest strike rate, I think, right now in IPL. I'm not sure right now does he have the record, but still, I mean, the way that Rahane is playing this season, I think that's why he got included in the WTC final. I'm excited to see how Rahane will do over there. But the way that he's playing this season for CSK is, I mean, I didn't even imagine the way that Rahane, because we didn't see that in Rajasthan, we didn't see that with DC, but when he comes to CSK and with MS Dhoni, we are seeing a different version of Rahane, actually, especially with his strike rate.
Yeah, Rahane is like we can name the tagline as Rahane Redemption. So he showed us like see post RCB match, Rahane scored a quick 50 or something even against us. He showed what he is capable of. He scored a 17 ball 48, and then at the field we saw he literally saved 8 runs. And the next match you're seeing him score at 61 or 65 of just 22 deliveries. Rahane has been like outstanding inclusion for CSK, but I think lately, even from the past 2-3 matches, he hasn't been given a chance to bat. Matlab, the openers are finishing it. Where
Yeah.
Devon Conway is stepping up. Then again, based on the situation, Shivam Dube will be sent. If you need a big
Mm.
sixes and big fours, Dube has more capacity because he can go from ball one. We have seen him
Yeah.
this season. So based on
Yes.
that, I think Rahane got chance today and he proved his whatever knock he played 17, 21 of 17. It was much needed for the partnership he built with Devon Conway. So
Mm.
his role was done. Apart from that,
Yes.
I think Rahane, I think he's been an outstanding player, outstanding Indian player this year with the proper average and the proper strike rate. If you check it, that's the
Yes.
reason I think he got selected to WTC, and more or less we found at least a replacement for Shreyas Iyer who isn't fit now.
Yes. All right, let's talk about tomorrow's matches. Obviously, we have Gujarat Titans taking on Lucknow Super Giants and Rajasthan Royals taking on SRH. I think that will be a very crucial match going to happen. GT versus LST right now, both the Pandya brothers going to captain. LST really affected without KL Rahul. I think that opening slot is a bit affected. But Sanjay, one question: should QDK actually come back to this LST team? We saw last match. I mean, the batting order was very unbalanced right now. I mean, Kyle Mears, if he fails, the rest of the batters also failing. We're seeing so many batters now opening in that order. They brought in Karun Nair now, LSG for KL Rahul as well. So your thoughts whether Karun Nair also will get a chance in this LSG team, because I mean he's also very experienced. He also told he wanted to play cricket as well once again. Now he's got that opportunity now. 6 months ago he said that in a tweet. Now he's got a chance to play for LSG. So your thoughts, because especially the team doesn't look that much balanced without KL Rahul right now, and him being out of the season, that's a big blow for LSG as well.
Actually, to tell the fact, it's not. It might sound sad for LSG fans. I don't think Nair fits in the playing 11 because the Indians in the LSG team they are fixed. They are not gonna change. But it's like, but I am in a particular day. Instead of using Quinton de Kock for a substitute, bro, why are you keeping him in a substitute when he's a standard player who can play inside the 11? He deserves to be in the 11. We have seen him what he does. He scored 100 in the recent South Africa series, man. Why are you hiding a gem inside? You're having a gem in your dugout and you're just covering you're covering a towel on him and you're just hiding. No, we're using him for different purpose. I think tomorrow's game, considering GT's form, bro, they're like they are able to defend 120. They're able to chase on 200. So that is GT is such a capable team. So I think instead of Mayers, they have to go with Stoinis. I mean not Stoinis, Quinton de Kock. Stoinis is anyway in the playing 11. Kyle Mayers has been up and down. I'm not just blaming Mayers as worst or something. He is
Mm.
performing one match. He is not performing the other match. He's performing one match. But Quinton de Kock is someone like KL Rahul or Virat Kohli or Rohit Sharma who can anchor. He has the experience. He has the experience of captain. He knows
Yes,
how to anchor the innings and when to go on. I think
agree.
tomorrow one change I would see is Quinton de Kock in for Kyle Mayers, and the rest would be same because with Mohsin Khan coming back to the LSG side, their pace
Mm.
attack has been improved, and
Yes.
their finishing I don't see any doubts because Ayush Bodone had stood out with a if not for the rain, I think in those 2.5 overs, he would have scored somewhere around 10-15 runs more, and he would have taken the par to 150 or something in the Ekana Stadium itself. So
Agreed.
Ayush Badoni, and considering everything, QDK deserves a chance and he has to play tomorrow. Not only deserving, he has to be in the 11 tomorrow if you want to win the game against GT.
Mm.
Considering Pandya's captaincy, Pandya's batting, and the Gujarat's collective team performance.
Yes. And let's talk about Gujarat Titans as well because they've been brilliant this season. I think a lot of people were thinking that GT might not get into the playoffs this season. They're a very lucky team. They, based on luck only, they won certain matches last season. They can't bring in this season. But the way that Pandya has stepped up all of a sudden, we didn't see that in the beginning. Obviously, he was carrying injury, but now Hardik Pandya has stepped up with the batting and with the bowling also. He went a bit runs, I mean, last match, but he's also bowling quite well. I mean, Josh Little's absence might be a bit of effect. Could affect a bit, but then Shami, Rashid Khan, Noor Ahmed, the way that they've been also performing in the middle order, we've seen Manohar and Vijay Shankar also performing. So your thoughts as a whole? I think GT have been performing well this season, according to me. But what are your thoughts on their team?
See, GT is a team like Gill. If he's out, see for RCB and other teams and all, it's like, oh, if wicket falls, oh, who is ready to take the pressure? No, there it's like if Gill is out, Gill is out, nah, Hardik will take the responsibility. If Pandya is out, okay, chell, Miller is coming in.
Yes.
If Miller goes, then Vijay Shankar comes in. He performs. Then Vijay
Yeah.
Shankar goes. Rashid Khan comes in like I will show you my snake shots. Then
Yeah.
again, if Rashid Khan goes, Tewadia comes in. No, I am not doing
Yeah.
any bowling and all. My job is to finish things. I will finish the match for them. And
Yes.
when you check GT's bowling, I have to mention Mohit Sharma is like it is the greatest comebacks as a pacer for him. A purple cap
Mm.
holder in one season and then just with one injury,
Yes.
he's been up and down, up and down, up and down. Coming in as a net bowler, getting selected to the playing 11 for GT, I think Mohit Sharma has come a long way. The 4 wicket haul which he took, he's able to control at the depth. The way he controlled LSG match, I am mentioning that only. See, LSG's match. See, GT already played LSG and Mohit Sharma just took away the game from them. The same
Yeah.
way, and nonetheless, Shami in the power play. Mohammad Shami and Pandya, what they both are doing in the power play, they're taking about 4 overs. Both are consider both are both are not giving so much runs in the over. Shami picking wickets. To mention that Shami is the second on the list. Tushar
Yeah.
Deshpande is with 19 wickets. Shami is with 18, and Rashid Khan is
And
with
even
17.
Rashid
Never
Khan also.
forget.
Yeah.
So and Noor Ahmed is an upcoming star. He's not taking wickets. He's taking like 1 wicket, 2 wicket, then go with a zero. But check his economy. He's an
Mm.
upcoming new leggy who has been performing well for them. Then in
Yes.
the batting, we see Abhinav Manohar finishing things. GT is like it's a balanced team. Like they are not dependent totally on our openers, or they are not dependent on the number three. They are not dependent on number four. If one
Mm.
goes chill, it's okay. We'll take the pressure off them. We'll start
Yeah.
playing our game. Then if we go, okay, I'll pass the pressure to Miller. Miller will take the game forward. So that is
Yes.
what a collective team performance is in terms of bowling and in terms GT play. They play as a team. They're not
Yeah.
dependent on one single player.
And we can't forget about Tewati as well, the small cameos that he's been performing at the end. I mean, nearly he he nearly that innings nearly beat DC also in that match, but unfortunately he lost. But I think those small cameos from Tewati also has helped GT this season as a bat as well. I think last season also he did the same. This season also he's contributing a lot with the bat as well.
See, after that Sheldon Cottrell thing, Tewate has been stopped giving bowler. He's like, I don't know what's wrong with captains or something. Even Pandya has stopped giving him bowling. Even when you see him from last season, we saw Tewate bowl less. He bowled 2 overs, I guess 2-3 overs in the last season, and this season he hasn't bowled a ball yet. He hasn't
Yes.
given. See, without see this is what we tell. If RCB finds a chance to give for Shabazz Ahmed, we'll go. GT is
Mm.
not needed for the sixth bowler. They just want to close it with the five options. They just don't want to
Yes.
go to the sixth. And Tewatia, I can't forget like Tewatia this year he's finished so many. He's finished 2-3 matches for them. Even in the last
Yes.
time he scored a 5 ball 20 runs, which was crucial for the
Yes.
team, and he
All right.
took the team over the par. So that
Yeah.
is like they have proper finishes, whether it is Abhinav Manohar, Vijay Shankar, or Rashid Khan. Or Rahul Tewatia. So these three stepping up as finishers, they are finishing the game. So Gujarat is like a tension-free team. Like they are not depending. As I told, they are just not giving the They're just not giving the responsibility to one player and telling them pull the team forward. They're collectively pulling the rope forward, and so that is the reason they are where they are. They are at the number one slot. The last year they were the champions. This year they are still at the number one slot. It is like a total team effort. What you see, whereas when you see in RCB or when you see in DC or when you see in SRH, we all just depend on whether it is a bowling attack or we depend on Kohli, Glenn Maxwell, and Faf du Plessis. So it's like depending on instead of depending, perform as a team, and the result is like GT you'll get.
Yes. Sport BTS says Shanako Joseph, who should come in on bringing a spinner in place of Little tomorrow? That's a good question over there. Who should GT bring in tomorrow as their fourth overseas?
See, I think GT is now they are good to go for experiments. They have made their mark in the points table. So they are with a huge difference from the second place and the third place thing and all. I think
Yeah.
for me, considering Indian conditions, I would back Shanaka because we have seen him performing his recent tour against India, like how he finished things for Sri Lanka. So I would like to
Yeah.
say Shanaka because he was bought in as a replacement for Ken Williamson, and he
Yeah.
deserves to play one game at least. At least for a one game, he deserves to prove what is worth playing for IPL.
Yeah.
Just
All
drop
right.
Little for tomorrow and bring in Dasun Chanaka because he brings in that batting and he gives you the bowling also.
Yes. Prediction time. Who do you think will win tomorrow? GT or LSG?
It's like Pandya brothers. If LSG, as I told, if LSG brings in Quinton de Kock and if they really want to take the revenge against GT, they'll have to come with the proper plan and the proper playing 11. But
Yeah.
still, practically thinking the form basis and the captaincy basis, I am backing GT.
All right. RR versus SRH, let's talk about that match because also both teams are not having momentum right now. I think RR would definitely would like a win right now. But let's talk about SRH because right now they're last at the moment. Nothing is going right for SRH at the moment. I mean, getting close, but they cannot win those matches against KKR. I don't know what SRH were thinking. I mean, the way that they approached and tried to finish that match, especially Klaasen losing his wicket in the middle overs. Then Markram hasn't really been stepping up. I mean, that's not the Markram that we've seen that he performs in 2020 matches. Openers, I mean, at times they perform, they don't perform, especially Mayank Agrawal. Same sort of thing like Kohli, I would feel that Mayank is also doing, even like KL also bringing in the innings, he gets settled, but then after that, he doesn't accelerate. So, your thoughts overall on this SRH team?
See, SRH, to speak about SRH bowling lineup, I can't speak a thing because it's a fantastic bowling lineup. Even in the KKR match, the bowlers had the game for them.
Yeah.
They restricted KKR to such a wonderful score that SRH would have chased it so easily. Thanks to
Mm.
T Natarajan, he took 2 wickets in a single over in the death, and the original death Natarajan was back for them, and Sundar did his job with the ball. Leave apart Umran Malik, when you see Bhuvi, you see Mayank Markand, who's been exceptional this season. I have to mention his name. He has
Yeah.
been not conceding above 8 runs in a over.
Yeah.
Markand, everything is set as a bowling lineup. When you
Agree.
consider batting, openers not firing in the first six,
Yes.
that is where you need to fire. 6 overs is very crucial for you. That
Yeah.
the runs you score in the 6 overs is the you can check DC should the runs they scored in the 6 over, it helped them to cross the victory line. So the runs you
Yeah.
score in the first 6 overs matters a lot. See
Yeah.
Abhishek Sharma plays. If Abhishek Sharma, then Mayank Agarwal not in the proper support, score a 3 ball 10 runs or a 5 ball 15 runs, then get out. Then you have Eden Markram coming in as a captain. It's his responsibility to stay till the end. Considering
Yeah.
his players' form, as I told, as what Virat Kohli does, it's Markram's duty. So apart from Hendricks Klassen or something, there is no one. So that's the reason he wanted to play that balanced knock against KKR, and which led
Mm.
to a loss. I think Markram should have fired. He had a chance to fire. And then
Yeah.
Brook, I don't know what's wrong with Harry Brook. They invested a lot of amount on him. They rejected Sam Curran. They
Mm.
bought in Brooks.
Yes.
Apart from that 100, I don't see his performance crossing a 20 runs or a 15 runs per over. We are not
Mm.
even 50 runs, 50 runs. So
Yeah.
instead of Brook, I think Brook has been given a lot of chances, bro. I don't think we
Yeah.
have to try him. Nine matches, and he has got to bat in all 9 matches except 100. I don't see him contributing anywhere. Give a chance someone like Glenn Phillips, who has been who was good at the previous NZ tournaments they played. So
Yeah.
the one change I would like to see tomorrow is Harry Brook out, Glenn Phillips in. Klassen has been outstanding. He's been
Yeah.
performing. He's been contributing as a finisher. What he has to contribute, he's contributing. So if your
Yes.
openers and middle orders doesn't perform, and if you give a burden of if you give a burden to Klassen score 72 runs in 18 balls, it's not possible for him, bro. He's coming at the 16th over, 17th over. Doesn't he need to set? At least he needs 2-3 balls. He'll waste
Yeah.
that, then he'll set. Whatever he's
Yes.
doing, 21 ball, 50 runs, or 22 balls, 48 runs, that is good for Klassen. Tomorrow,
But
if
Tripaঠি's performance has been a bit concerning though this season. I think Tripathi also hasn't been the same that we've seen in Rising Pune or even with KKR as well. This is not the Tripathi that we saw last season as well. So is it a concern for SRH right now being last right now?
Yes, I think number three and number four again it's a concern. That is where your middle order has to step up in the middle overs. Tripathi, like see, we have seen in the last match also, 3 ball, 15 runs he scored, and the next ball he gets out. The
Yeah.
Russell just picks him. You have to play patiently. Just bowlers tempt the batsman for that very reason. They give you one shot, they gave you the second shot, the third shot, what they'll try is to take wickets. When you see when Chahal was in RCB, the way he used to battle with Samson, give a six, then take the wicket. So that is how you tempt a batsman. If you are getting get tempt up to some extent, and then try to control the bowler itself. I think Tripathi should be given one more chance. I know his capacity, what he's capable of. If he stands still, he is someone who SRH can rely on completely, because he is having the ability to score a 30 ball 60 or something.
Yeah.
Apart from that, see when you come from see this is SRH view. When you come from Rajasthan's point of view, their batsman is the biggest concern from them. Bowlers are doing their job. Sanjay is not
Yeah.
stepping up. The only 2-3 matches I saw, Hetmeyer is not stepping up as a finisher. Padikkal is a waste investment. Sad to tell, I'm using these words. Padikkal is a waste investment. He's been playing Test cricket in T20 league, and Butler
Yeah.
is unable to find his form. You can't just expect SSV Jaiswal to perform every match.
Hmm. Hmm. Yes, talk about RR. I think Parag's performance has been a complete failure. The way that they're using the impact play has been a big concern. I mean, the three overseas players. I mean, I think Butler hasn't been stepping up. Chahal hasn't been stepping up. Jason Holt, I don't know what sort of season he's been having so far. Zampa, I think he's only good when it's spin friendly conditions. They haven't brought in Joe Root or Donovan Ferreira. They've completely lost the momentum. So where are the issues right now for RR? How can they fix it right now? Because they are on a losing run right now. How can they come back? They are in a good position still because other teams are losing right now. Just one win that they need and they can get into the top four. I think 2 or 3 wins. So your thoughts where RR can improve right now?
I see. See, frankly telling, Butler after giving so much chances, if me, you, or if any like if any true cricket fans would have been the captain, like they would have dropped Butler for, at least for one match, and they would have tried someone like the Donovan Ferrer or Joe Root just for one match. No, but RR is still backing Butler, means there might be some cause. I don't know. Tomorrow also Butler will play for sure. They won't drop Butler. Butler and
Yeah.
Jaiswal are their openers. I think in
Yes.
place of Jason Holder, get in some Indian bowler. So make kick out Riyan Parag, and bring in a good foreigner, Donovan Ferreira. Give him a chance. He's a good batsman. We saw him in SA T20 League how he performed.
Yeah.
He went with fiery knocks, a quick 20, quick 40, quick 50. So
Yeah.
even Rajasthan has a lot of drawbacks even in tomorrow's match. It's not only
Hmm.
SRH in the batting, even in the batting lineup, there is no proper finisher for Rajasthan. Since
Yeah.
that Hetmeyer's 56, I have not seen him performing. Even
Yeah.
against RCB, it was a 10 ball 3 run. Then again he came back, he fell down, 8 ball 2 runs. Finishers and Sanju Samson is unable to step up the two
Agree.
three matches where we saw. See, even in the last match where Rajasthan lost, eliminate Jaiswal's 124 and just tell me the second highest score is 18 runs. Seriously, is
Yeah.
this the way to contribute to a team? See,
Hmm.
even I have team problem in my team also. But talking about
Yeah.
tomorrow's game, I'm telling
Hmm.
Jaiswal and Butler can't just don't depend on one player. Collective
Yeah.
team performance needed. If
Yeah.
Rajasthan corrects their mistake, I think they'll have a bit upper hand, because Rajasthan's bowling attack looks pretty solid when you compare to SRH bowling attack.
Agree.
Spinners is been good, Chahal and Zampa. But there you have only Markande.
Even
So
Ashwin.
I
Even
think
Ashwin.
it will be a tight game for tight evening game tomorrow. Afternoon game, though
Would
I think I see a one-way game. I am
Prediction
backing.
wise, who do you think? Who do you back for the evening match? SRH versus RR.
See, SRH, if they're bringing in Glenn Phillips, then it is SRH match. If they're backing
Hmm.
Brook, then it is Rajasthan.
All right. All right, guys, let's go to the quiz questions right now. Abdul, so if you can put in the picture questions. So we have the guess the picture and the three questions coming up regarding on IPL. So let's get into this. Who is this player, Sanjay?
Dhruv Jorel,
Yeah, that's correct. Yes, it is Group Jewel indeed. So that's the right answer. Yes, let's get into the three IPL questions as well to wrap things up. Okay, first question. Who was the first overseas captain for RCB in IPL history? I think this is, you can't get this wrong, Sanjay.
Shane Watson, bro.
Are you joking? Are you serious?
No, bro.
Is that the final answer?
No, I was joking.
I know that. Yes, what's
Obviously,
the answer?
who tells it Shane Watson? I see. I as per what I remember is it's Faf. It's Faf himself, or there might be someone, but I think it's Faf only.
It's Kevin Peterson, 2009 season. He captained. Kevin Peterson captained a bit, and then I think Anil Kumble came in the midway of the
No, I'm hiding
2009
away.
season.
No, no, I'm hiding my face somewhere.
Very true. Anyways, next question. We commit. Okay. Who are the only three players who are playing in the? I mean, the match between RCB versus DC, right? In that just finished right now. That have been in the squads of both RCB and DC in IPL. There are three players who played today that have featured in both RCB and DC. Who they are?
Harshal Patel, Riley Rosso,
Yeah.
and
One
one
more.
more guy is like wait. Karan Sharma, Siraj, Kedar Jadhav, Glenn Maxwell, I guess.
Correct. Yes, those are the three. Yes, Harshal Patel, Glenn Maxwell, and Rai Rosuvo. Those are the three players. Yes. So Sanjay got that right. Last question over here. Yes. Who has hit the longest six in IPL history? That's a bit of a tricky question, but I hope Sanjay knows
It's a
his.
tricky question. I know it's not the who. It's not who I am thinking. It's pretty sure I know. So I think it's Albi Morkel.
Yeah, correct. Yes, 129 meter six. Yes, for CSK.
We
Yes,
can't
so came
forget,
back
bro.
well after that first question. I thought Sanjay will know that question, but anyways, and that it doesn't matter. Anyways, it's a question. But anyways, thank you so much, Sanjay, for joining today. I think it was a great conversation. I know we were supposed to do it only for 40-45, but we got a lot of comments today, so we had to answer those comments as well. So thank you, Varun, Ritam, and all the others also in the comment section. So we'll wrap things up, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. So this was Sportanic episode 9, and hopefully we can join in another episode. So thank you once again, Sanjay, today for joining, and I hope you enjoyed as well having a good conversation on RCB and obviously on other IPL matches also.
Yeah. Thanks for this opportunity. It was like a new exposure for me. Talking not only about my team, you gave chances to predict for the tomorrow's matches, and like it was like I bought out the analyst in me. Like just see when finding the loopholes in my team. Like we found why the reason the players are playing slow, and what are the reasons for team backing the particular players. So
Yeah.
even I had put my brain into it, and the last segment is like it was quite funny and it was quite tricky. The first question, I was like very well trapped in that. So
Mm,
I think you knew that I would go wrong somewhere else, and it happened the
yeah.
same way. Nonetheless, I
Yes.
enjoyed it. I Thank you for this opportunity.
All right. All right, guys, we'll end it over there. Thank you so much. Do subscribe to the Sportanic, like, comment, and share. And do follow Sanjay also on Instagram. He's very active over there as well and on other apps as well. So thank you so much, guys. And we'll see you in the next video. Thank you, guys.